This should be another great matchup. Cameron, you've watched some of these players here before, including Cardona and Longoria. What's your take on each player? You know, you kind of have Longoria's no fear aspect as a current 16 and under junior national champion. And Cardona is definitely one of the most powerful players on tour, consistently in the top 3. What are your thoughts going into this match?
Christian, this is my first time watching Christian play actual in person. I've seen him obviously on broadcast, and I've been very impressed with his game. He's consistent, he's quick, he can hit the ball a ton. Very smart, obviously, with his great influence with his older sister Paola. He's had a great weekend as well, but Cardona obviously is nothing to be underestimated. The #1 seed here, he's playing well. He's hitting the ball a ton as well, and I actually think that he, in my opinion, is more prepared for this match, mainly because I think he's had a hard road for being a #1 seed.
Yeah.
Most #1 seeds have a, won't say easy, but I'd say not pressing round of 32.
Right.
Cardona got tested pretty well in his first 2 matches, but I think Christian's going to give him another test here as well.
Absolutely. I know Christian usually gives his opponents a tough time, and I know for a lot of players it's tough to play someone who's younger than you. Christian is 17 years old, and you know, with experience, even if it's only 5 more years than him, it's got to be tough to be playing such a young player who just has such a knack for the sport, really.
It's I know I've been in that position on both sides, the young up-and-comer where you frustrate the older guy saying they're thinking you shouldn't be on the court with them, but then when you're the younger guy, you come in.
Replay.
You said it perfectly, the no-fear mentality. He's coming in, he knows what he has to do, and he's not afraid to be in the spotlight. And then Cardona is he's obviously #1 seed. He respects Christian's game, as obviously they're playing doubles together this weekend. But Cardona's, I think he's not going to take Christian lightly at all. He's going to come in, play him like he does everyone else, and try to come away with the victory.
0-2.
Both these players are sponsored by Gearbox. You can tell from their matching outfits out there. Got the gray Gearbox shorts and the white Gearbox T-shirts.
Almost wonder if they planned that today.
Yeah. Maybe they carpooled and got dressed together. You guys want to check out more products from Gearbox? Go to gearboxrb.com.
Point.
That's a tough shot. Great backhand pin from the backcourt.
3-0. Side out.
Nice return there by Christian. Big serve, good angle, but he was right there to put it away.
Zero 3. Side out.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, 2 very naturally talented players out there on the court. Cardona, everyone knows, he says he just has a natural talent for racquetball, and so the thing he actually has been working on a lot this year is training as a racquetball player and really finding the drills and the workouts that work for him as a racquetball player. And it's been working for sure.
I know when I first saw Cardona play, I don't know if he has any nicknames, but I used to tell my friends that he's a smooth criminal. He doesn't look like he's ever pressed out there. Even though he's crushing the ball a ton, it's very smooth, very fluent.
4-0.
Yeah, that's one thing about Cardona is he has such a serious and yet composed kind of attitude out there on the court.
Side out.
Just past Cardona. But one of the funniest things about Cardona is when he's off the court, he's a complete goofball, and he's really funny. He's always smiling. So if you guys ever have a chance to come out to one of our events, Hope you get
0-4.
to introduce yourself to Cardona and see the other side of him.
Side out.
Tough.
Error there, yeah, from Longoria.
A lot of the guys tend to be jokesters off the court.
Yeah.
They're very serious, fierce competitors on the court, but they're all friends off, and they
4-0.
all love to have a good time.
Point.
Another error. That's 2 in a row there for
5-0.
Longoria.
That's that right there. I often like to call a junior mistake. You obviously they're friends, they know each other off the court, but when you get in singles, obviously it's business. And I think Christian held up a little bit where he should have taken his full swing instead of giving him an easy point, but makes up for it there and gets a side out.
Yeah, and we were talking about Cardona's composure.
0-5.
And it's actually very similar with Longoria. He's pretty cool and collected out there on the court. What a
Point.
serve. Pretty cool and collected out there on the court.
1-5.
And then for sure off the court, he's one of the goofiest people here on the WRT.
Point.
Nice
Wow.
shot. Great re-kill.
2 in a row here for Longoria.
2-5. Short. Second serve.
What a serve for such a young player.
He had Cardona going the other way as well. It's too bad he missed it.
Side out.
Nice return for Cardona.
That's a big shot.
You're just kind of waiting on it too. I feel like you never want to let Cardona just wait to swing at a ball.
5-2. Short.
The more time he has to get
Second
set up
serve.
for a ball, the harder he's going to bring it.
The more trouble you're in.
Skip.
Oh, wow. Ref calls a skip. It's nice to see, though, in that rally, you know, we talk about the power that Cardona has, but I think something that we've seen him working on in the
6-2.
last couple months is more strategic hitting and switching up some of the power. We saw a couple different shots there from him in that last rally.
Absolutely. Nice, great couple of power shots, couple
Side
of
out.
touches to make Christian move and keep him guessing. It's a tough break right there, but I'd have to agree with Brent. Cardona did move out of the way, and
2-6.
Christian would have left a nice little mark if he would have taken a swing.
Just out of reach there for Christian. Christian swinging really hard today.
He's doing a good job matching Cardona stroke for stroke so far. He's got a lot of pop for such a little guy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's tough.
Ooh, ref's going to call a skip.
I'll have to say
Sly
that
little
might be
smile there from
one of
Cardona.
the first ones that I disagree with Brent on. That looked like it was a flat rollout.
Yeah, that looked pretty good from here, but Brent sticking with his call. He's been doing a great job. Brent Walters from Raleigh, North Carolina, out here calling these matches here today for us as a referee.
Great shot.
Yes. 8-2.
Nice side out there by Christian.
Two 8.
Nice effort there from Christian, trying to run and catch up there.
It's a well-executed shot by Cardona. Not easy at all.
Eight, 2.
Nice get.
Point.
Oh. Christian visibly frustrated out there. He's
Yeah,
making
he,
a couple errors.
He needs to take a timeout here. Cardona's on a roll.
You know, and one thing to note too, Cardona's really switching up his serve here against Longoria. Normally he really sticks with that drive serve, and that's kind of what part of
9-2.
his reputation is his insane drive serve. But as he goes back to it, no, oh, sorry, he sticks with the Z.
Skip.
Wow.
Yeah, I think a little bit here we see Longoria beating himself too. You know, those unforced errors, and then he's frustrated by it and he can't seem to shake that.
And that's how kind of
10-2.
the opposite from what we saw from our last young player, Andre. It's when you're the younger you are, and everyone can attest to it, you're missing shots that you shouldn't make. You get frustrated and get yourself out of the rally. And as you see, he's had a couple of times where I believe he should have called a timeout to give himself a chance to breathe, clear his head a little bit. But he's obviously frustrated, not happy with himself right now.
11-2. Shot out.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, here's an opportunity for Longoria to collect himself. That's one thing I think too about Longoria is he can change, you know, like on a dime. He can just go ahead and change his mental focus right now and come back and rattle Cardona's cage a little bit.
Great get.
Ooh.
Tough to read that ball. Looked like he was going to kick back out and then just hug the side wall.
Yeah, kind of came funky there off that.
11-2.
Wow.
Get.
Two bounces.
Oh.
Two bounces.
Oh,
Good call there. Good rally.
nice effort from both players, driving all over the floor.
See what Christian does here to try to string a few points together.
Point.
Great serve.
Wow. Ace for Christian Longoria. He does have a pretty wicked drive serve there.
He's got a lot of power coming behind that serve. That's all from practice and technique. And a little frustration.
Short.
Went for it again, just missed.
Second serve.
A little bit fueled by frustration here in game one of our final quarterfinal here today.
Nice shot.
And here comes Longoria. That's 2 points in a row. Now the winner of this match here will continue on tonight to play in the semifinals against Andre Perilla. That's at 6 p.m. And before that, we have Horn versus Bredenbeck at 5 p.m.
Nice get. Oh,
Wow.
great rally.
Great rally and great placement there from Cardona. Those first couple shots, the two of them were stuck there on the right side. Longoria brings it over to the left-hand side, and then Cardona making him run there in the back corner. That's a great strategy. I mean, to me, you want to keep these guys running around and tire them out as much as you can.
Absolutely, and just great athletic ability by
11-4.
Cardona to
Absolutely.
get to the back, keep it in play, and then be right there to re-kill the next shot. That's
some great racquetball.
Great point. Christian starting to find some momentum. Watching him warm up, he loves those backhand splats. He actually, you can tell that when he first started, he hit a few. Then as the rally kept going, he knew he tried to get back to percentage and hit a bunch of down the lines. But sometimes you've got to go with you got to go with your guns, especially when you've got a big hole to climb. Great get.
Ooh.
Good effort there.
Yeah, some great rallies here. Another great quarterfinal between Christian Longoria and Alex Cardona.
It's still interesting that neither one of these guys have tried to take a timeout yet.
Yeah, you know, Cardona really doesn't seem to call that many timeouts. And Christian, I'm not too sure about, but he likes to stay focused out there as well.
He's doing a great job of keeping himself in there. He's settled down a little bit, keeping himself in the rallies. Cardona's been stuck on 11 for a good 5 or 10 minutes now. I think Cardona was just kind of seeing what Christian's going to be doing, let himself catch a breathe, and he's going to start coming back at him right here.
Get.
Nice shot.
And some crowd appreciation there on that shot from Alex Cardona.
Great movement by both players, though. A lot of long rallies.
13-4.
And now Cardona within 2. Taking game 1 from Christian Longoria. Wow.
Oh.
Nice how he kind of like waited on that ball too, you know. It looked like he was going to catch it at one point. He waited till it was a little bit lower and then put it away there in that corner.
Great
14-4.
Great execution.
It's working. All right, that means game 1 goes to Alex Cardona, 15-4. I think these guys are going to take a quick break, see if Christian Longoria can come back and rattle Cardona a little bit more in game 2. We'll be right back in just a few moments. And then we have Alex Cardona there in the headband. So that will be headband and socks are our defining factors here.
Short. Second serve. Point.
Tough shot. Big shot to start out this game.
1-0.
Yeah, that puts Longoria on the board.
Nice. Another great shot. Good angle on that pass.
2-0. Point.
Great serve.
Wow.
Christian's coming out fire in this game.
3-0.
Yes, serving up some serious drive serves.
Short.
It's looking
Second
like
serve.
he's not trying to wait around this game. He wants to string a bunch of points together all at once.
Start out.
Point.
Great
Wow.
shot.
4 in a row here for Christian Longoria to open up game 2.
4-0.
It's about as ideal of a start as you could ask for.
Skip.
Still have Cardona looking composed out there, not getting too upset. Still has that cool, confident attitude out there on the court.
5-0. Side out.
Maybe that's why. He knows he can side him out, and here's Cardona's opportunity to shake up Longoria a little bit.
0-5. Point.
Great
Ooh.
serve.
And an ace from Alex Cardona.
One 5. Side out.
Great return there from Longoria, who seems to be really focused right now.
Both of them are
5-1.
getting some great serves in. And it's just a matter of inches as to whether they're going to get to him or not.
Side out.
That was funny. Alex looked a little upset over not getting the call, and that took that frustration to drive it down to the opposite corner.
It's exactly what you have to do. Ref doesn't make the call.
1-5.
Show 'em that you're upset by putting away the next
Yeah.
one.
Side out.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, a lot more back and forth here so far in the beginning of game 2. Even though Longoria still has a 4-point lead, he opened up the game 4-0.
5-1. Second serve. Two bounces.
Good call. Great shot, great hustle.
Now, if you're Cardona, what are you going to do? You're playing against a younger player who usually rattles most of the older players here because they don't like to be losing to a 17-year-old. What does Cardona need to do right now against Longoria to kind of shake him up?
I think he needs to take some pace off the ball, just a little bit. So keep hitting his
6-1.
passes, hit some ceiling balls, and try to force Christian to shoot from the back. Obviously, Christian's high right now, but he's been a lot of the time when he's shot from the back wall, he's either trying to splat, which he's put down, but a lot of his angles he's left up and giving Cardona a chance to shoot it just like that. But I would say just basically making Christian work himself to death. Let him keep shooting. Let him keep shooting because he's going to keep firing away. And with each time that you just flip it up to the ceiling, it's going to make him more and more frustrated because he knows he's got to put a better shot on there. And sometimes he'll put it away, sometimes he'll skip it. So
Cardona
almost make him shoot himself out of his own momentum.
Yeah. Some good advice there, Cameron. Getting a little tongue-tied as it's been quite the morning of matches here, but we're pretty much on schedule as we wrap up our quarterfinals here today. Make sure you guys tune back in for the semis tonight at 5 and 6 p.m. where we have Horn versus Bredenbeck and Padilla versus the winner of this match.
Great get.
Skip. 6-1.
Right here is where Christian can't lose focus. Great
Point.
serve. He's got to just keep firing away.
Yeah, Christian's been serving really well so far.
7.
The end of game 1 and now for the entirety of game 2.
Screen serve. Screen.
Good call.
Second serve.
Ball is just a little close to Christian.
Side out. Skip.
Big miss back there off his racket. We'll see what Cardona can do here to try to string a few points and get back in the second game.
1-7.
Ooh,
Nice
Point.
shot.
yeah.
That's tough right there.
Saw a little bit more movement there on that rally.
It's not easy to do on the run to just put it away.
2-7.
Quick feed and a lot of concentration.
Yeah, now I think we're really starting to see Alex play more of those angles. You know, and he can feel Christian on the right. He's really starting to abuse the left.
He's Cardona starting to turn the game up. I think he's getting ready to kick it in third and fourth gear.
3-7.
We have some people in the crowd here talking about that power of Cardona, saying that ball just might come through the glass.
Way to keep it alive.
Own it. Replay.
Good call. It's a great call. Even with Cardona being on the
3-7.
floor, he was still right there to keep it in play.
Side out.
It's funny though, there's been some great rallies, but I feel like the score has barely moved here in game 2.
It's a fast action, but a slow-paced game.
7-3.
No one really wants to take command. Christian's
Ooh,
Side out.
what a return.
Christian's trying to ask for
Call a screen on himself.
Yep.
Didn't I screen serve that though?
7-3. Or I'm sorry, 3-7.
Cardona doesn't seem bothered by it. He's going to let that one go.
Side out.
Ooh,
just off cue.
there's some frustration there from Cardona. He's starting to feel the pressure, I think,
Yeah.
that Longoria is putting on him.
Rare sign of frustration from him. He knows he missed a good opportunity.
7-3. Hold it. Point.
Ooh. Well, there we go. We got some movement on the board a little
8-3.
bit. Another point for Longoria, who's kind of starting, or, well, he's been dominating here in game 2.
Point.
He
Keeping
is,
Cardona contained at 3 points.
yeah, he's all over
Timeout.
that forehand serve.
And there we go. Cardona's going to go ahead and call a timeout. These guys are going to take a quick break, so will we. We'll be right back in just a moment. And we're back live in game 2. of our quarterfinal match between Christian Longoria, who's out there on the court and seeming to dominate here in game 2, against Alex Cardona, who won game 1 15-4. Cardona calling the timeout, which we don't see too often, so let's see what that does for Cardona. If he can pick up some momentum here, or is Longoria going to send us to our second tiebreaker of the day?
I think that was a smart move by Cardona, just to give Christian a little time to cool
9-3.
off, but also when you call that timeout, even though the person's on a little run, it gives them time to kind of think about it, what they're doing, and then sometimes with a younger player, he might switch up his game. So let's see if Christian can stick to the plan.
Replay.
Our
9-3.
ref, Brent Walters, doing a fantastic job here today reffing, calls the replay. I say fantastic because he has a tough job up there, calling from the top and staying true to his calls.
Screen.
Well, there's that screen serve Christian was
serve.
looking for earlier.
That's
Point.
a tough
Wow.
shot. Very nice.
I mean, I know anything can happen, but it's really
10-3.
looking like Longoria is going to take game 2 here.
Absolutely. He's playing very tough right now.
Side out.
And of course, just a little mental lapse right there. Felt a little rushed and just didn't get his feet set.
3-10.
Great
Side
shot.
out.
Great job keeping his composure there after missing an easy one a previous rally before.
Ten 3. Point.
Back to that forehand
Wow.
serve. That's been the difference maker this game. I don't think Cardona's touched that forehand serve.
11-3.
Nice get.
Ooh.
Replay.
Gonna go for the replay. I guess what makes that tough is that Christian
11-3.
kind of hit it back at himself and then was in the way of Cardona. So I think some of the audience members are looking for a point there, or a side out rather.
Yeah, I think Christian did a good job of getting out of the way to where Cardona still had time to swing.
Good serve.
That's
Wow.
a big serve.
Another ace from Christian Longoria. Seems to be pumping himself up with those, of course.
He's certainly enjoying his
12-3.
play right now.
It's got to be a good feeling to ace the number 1.
I think he's up to about 5 aces this game. He's doing very well with his serves.
Replay.
That's a tough call. He sold that one pretty well. I
Yeah,
think.
I was just thinking that. Feel like he did a good job on selling that one too.
12-3.
Nice
Wow.
hit.
Point.
Oh.
Christian pulling a veteran move, holding his ground in center court. Great job not to be fazed by the great effort by Cardona to retrieve that serve.
13-3. Side out.
Good
Skip.
call. I feel like we've seen one of those in every match so
I think
far.
so.
Three 13. Side out.
Wow. Quite a return there from Longoria. Alex giving himself a bit of a hard time out there on that one.
Yeah, he was right there. He just, racket got caught on the ground.
It really looks like this match is also going to tiebreaker.
13-3.
Remember, here on the WRT, we play best 2 out of 3, and the breaker is to 11.
Two bounces.
Good call.
That's going to make it game point here for Christian Longoria in game 2.
Christian's doing a great job here of keeping his composure. Even when Cardona gets a side out, Christian doesn't let him serve for long. He gets him right out of the box within a couple shots. Great play by the youngster.
14-3.
Ref trying to move them along here as both of them seem to be taking their time getting ready for this serve.
Skip. Game 2.
And there we have
All
it.
right, that means Christian Longoria wins game 2, 15-3. We're going to go to a tiebreaker. So we'll be right back with more of our final quarterfinal here today in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Christian Longoria there in the gray shirt and Alex Cardona in the black gearbox shirt. Both of these players are playing with new rackets from the Gearbox Beltran collection. If you want to check that out, go to gearboxrb.com. And if you make a purchase today, we'll give you a free t-shirt with any purchase if you enter the promo code in all caps, WRTATL.
Speaking more on Gearbox, I've been very impressed with the Gearbox black ball this week.
Zero serve zero.
With as hard as these guys are hitting the ball, you would expect to see a lot more broken balls, but it's withheld
Short.
so far.
Short serve. Second serve.
That is the official ball of the WRT, the Gearbox black ball. Nice to introduce some new players to it as well.
Point.
Nice shot.
Wow. Longoria opens game 3 with the first point.
Looking like he's picking up right where he left off from game 2.
1-0.
Great get.
Well, Longoria playing really well, and definitely surprising if he upsets here. He's upsetting the #1 seed and the #1 ranked player, Alex Cardona.
He's doing a great job. You can tell his experience
2-0.
playing internationally and in the junior games. He's definitely knows what he needs to do to turn it up and
Short.
to give the #1 seed everything he's got.
Second serve.
It's definitely not going to make it easy for him.
Side out.
Oh. There goes Cardona collecting himself up at the front of the court as he likes to do before a serve.
0-2.
See if Cardona can try to get a couple points. Good get. Another good get.
Point.
Wow.
I like the play from Christian there in that rally. He saw Cardona was ripping. Cardona's obviously frustrated that he only scored 3 points in the last game, so he's coming out firing, and
1-2.
Christian recognizing that, making him keep shooting. Just even though there's a few balls probably could have came off the back, he keeps going to the ceiling, making Cardona use a lot of energy to put a point away.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see those game scores kind of, like exactly flip-flopped. Cardona with 15-4 in the first, and Longoria 15-3 in the second.
2 serves 2.
Crazy how it flip-flops like that.
Goes to show anything can happen on any given day.
Absolutely.
Side out.
Great shot.
Two serves 2. Side out. No screen.
Oh, I can see the disappointment there
Yeah,
from Longoria.
That's a tough call because that ball was up and Brent called it. Everything
2
clean
serves
just
2.
because Christian did take a step to the right, so side out.
Point. Hit the crack. Hit the crack.
That's a great.
And
That's a great call.
What
It's
was
3-2.
I'm sorry. What was
So
Longoria expecting?
Christian was looking for a long serve. However, the rule is that if it cracks on the back wall, it's clean. If it hits the front wall or
Replay.
the back wall and
2
the
serves 2.
floor simultaneously, and
Wow, Cardona, go ahead and give him the replay on that. Getting some love from the crowd.
great sportsmanship there.
Absolutely.
Skip.
Well, and like we said earlier when we've seen this happen in a previous match, that's the ball nose.
That's right.
Came back for Cardona, but we do like to see that fair play and good sportsmanship here on the WRT.
Absolutely.
3
That's what
serves
it's
2.
all about.
Wow,
Point.
what a
Serve.
serve.
Beautiful jam serve. That's one serve I don't think we see enough of. It's a very difficult to get that angle just right. And if you don't hit it low and
4
hard
serves
enough,
2.
it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be an easy setup for them right in the middle of the court.
Short serve.
The drive serve.
Short.
It's going to be short.
Good call.
Second serve.
Wow.
Nice
Nice
get.
get. Oh,
Side
wow. Nice soft touch there from Christian Longoria in the front of the court. Just past Cardona, has him running all over the place.
Great rally from both players.
Absolutely. This has been another great match here, which is a little tough when you have 1 versus 8. You know, you don't really know what to expect, but Christian Longoria just playing really great racquetball here today.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, we have the semifinals coming up later tonight. First up at 5 p.m., we'll have David Bobby Horn, the number 3 seed here, against number 2 Jake Bredenbeck. And the winner of this match will play at 6 p.m. this evening against Andre Padilla. I'd like to thank you all for watching, of course, and don't forget to check out our next event next weekend when we will be at the 2015 Suncoast Open in Sarasota, Florida. Another great event, and of course we will be live streaming for free, which you can access on worldracquetballtour.com or gearboxrb.com. Just click on the live tab and enjoy the free live streaming from anywhere.
Side out.
Great hands to get that serve. Christian thought that he was going to have himself another ace, but Cardona thought twice about it.
4 serves 2.
And remember, this third game is to 11, first to 11.
Short. On the line. Second. Second serve. Point.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Christian getting to a lot of balls there, but that was a tough one.
Cardona has definitely stepped up his game from the second one. He's starting to put a lot more balls away.
Yeah, I think he's ready to move through to the
5-2.
semifinals. And
I agree.
doesn't want to lose to number 8 here, Christian Longoria.
And Christian looks like he stepped off the gas pedal a little bit. He's not being as aggressive as he was last game.
Point.
Couple points in a row there for Cardona.
Six, 2. Side out.
Very nice shot. Crowd giving Longoria a little love for that.
Yeah, there's a great crowd here in Atlanta. This is a great
2-6.
facility for racquetball. They have a great racquetball community here, and a lot of people came out to support the tour stop here. It's great.
Point.
Great shot. Seeing a little fire come out of Longoria here.
Hearing it.
Three, 6. Short. Second serve. Two bounces.
Another wet court out there as Longoria hits the floor. It's, of course, hot and humid here in Atlanta. Wrapping up summer and heading into fall, but it's been a rainy weekend here, which, coming from the San Francisco Bay Area, I have to say I enjoy. We don't get much rain out there in California.
It's very nice when it cools it off, but in the South sometimes it just gets even hotter.
Yeah. Humidity is no joke. And we were talking a couple matches ago about how that affects the courts a little bit. We have 3 cement walls. Cameron, can you tell us a little bit about how that has an effect? You were talking about some slickness on the walls, and what's that like?
Yeah,
6-3.
When it starts getting humid, moisture starts building up in the walls. With panel courts, you don't see it as much, but on concrete, it's
Wow. It's another crazy serve there from
that
Cardona.
was great serve. That had nothing to do with any wet spots.
Yeah.
there. But yeah, it's on concrete courts when the humidity is high. You can often find a few wet spots, usually
7-3.
towards the back part of the court on the side walls, and can sometimes make it seem like there's a
Side
wet
out.
ball. Nice frame job there by Longoria. But I think this, even with it being this humid, this facility is done well to accommodate the conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. We're at Recreation ATL, and our host tournament director, Jason Chan, has been wonderful. It's been a great
3-7.
experience so far here for the WRT in the ATL.
Short. Second serve.
Nice
Point.
shot.
Wow. Yeah, he was definitely ready and waiting for that one too, and he has a big swing. I mean, we see it in his drive serve. Obviously, he hits the ball
4-7.
really hard.
Two bounces.
Good
Side out.
ball.
Nice get from Cardona. I thought it was good from Longoria. What an effort from both players. Again, the crowd showing some love for that one.
Great hustle. They're definitely giving the fans their money's worth today.
Absolutely. We have a consistently wet court now, as you can expect once you're in game 3. These guys have been playing a pretty decently long match here. It's about 2:35 here in Atlanta. Don't forget, you guys can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's at World R-Ball Tour. Go ahead and leave us your comments there. We love to hear from our fans.
7 serves 4.
We appreciate our fans. We couldn't do this without your support, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to come back later for the semifinals and come back tomorrow for the finals, which we will be live broadcasting starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. And that'll be the same schedule when we have our next event next weekend in Sarasota, Florida for the Suncoast Open. You can find it all on our website at worldracketballtour.com.
Christian creeping up on a warning here from Brent if he keeps holding his racket up any longer.
Really trying to catch his breath out there. He doesn't want to go down too easy in game 3. Fortunately there, an error from Christian. A little bit of what we saw there from Christian in game 1. A couple skips and he could actually beat himself here, as this last game is only to 11. That means Cardona's 4 away from potentially taking this
8-4.
match and moving on to the semis. Excuse me, 3 away. They're both pushing for a warning here.
Great
Point.
serve.
Ace for Cardona.
That's a big time veteran serve right there. He made a nice little adjustment there. He
9-4.
started in the middle of the court, caught a quick breath, took 2 steps back, and just put a perfect angle on that serve.
Point.
Wow, nice effort there from Longoria. This means it's now match point for Alex Cardona. Grab the towel, wipe it down, catch their breath, I'm sure, as well. But it is a tough situation out there when there's so much humidity. You're in game 3, you've got to be exhausted. And the last thing you want to do is slip on a wet floor.
Absolutely. Too many minor injuries can occur just from one little slick spot.
All right, looks like they're ready to go here. As
That's a big time veteran serve right there. He made a nice little adjustment there.
9-4.
Cardona's serving routine, I think.
Great.
Good
touch
match.
to finish
All
that
right,
match.
that means Alex Cardona is our winner. That ball came shooting out of the court. Cameron just saved my life. Let's see if we can get some words from Cardona, because I know one question in Spanish.
All right, give it up for Christian Longoria and Alex Cardona. Now I apologize in advance because I only know one question in Espanol. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Pues me siento muy feliz por ganar. Me decían que era un niño y todo, pero la verdad pues tiene mucho talento en jugar y todo, sabe jugar muy bien, tiene muy buenos servicios. Se me complicó el segundo juego con los servicios de Cristian. Pues felicitarlo que es muy buen jugador y pues buen compañero también. Y agradecer a toda la gente que viene a vernos y a apoyarnos aquí a los partidos. Y pues gracias a los latinos que se portan muy bien con nosotros, son muy buenos amigos y pues eso es lo bueno del deporte, ser compañeros. Gracias.
Thank you, Alex. Felicidades. We will see you later this evening in our semifinals at 6 p.m. He will be playing Andre Perea.